probably trot out the term well-rounded in modern-day mixed martial arts more than we should, but this fighter certainly fits the bill.
Oh, 110%. He can do everything inside the octagon. Where he is most comfortable is inside of that 8-sided structure where most men are terrified of being. But for this gentleman, he only wants to be there. When you try to wrestle him, he's able to defend takedowns. If you dare stand and strike with him, he can knock you out. He's got all the tools necessary to become a UFC champion.
His first martial art, mixed martial arts, and that's not always the case. He believes that he should have a lot of advantages in this matchup tonight. All right, so here's the former UFC flyweight champion, Brandon Moreno, and of course the night DC made his debut on the cans on the UFC telecast in 2016. This man made his UFC debut, and I think in the eyes of a lot of people he has overachieved, but certainly not in his own estimation. He knew he could be this guy.
I mean, he feels like that. It felt like Brandon Moreno was not going to get here. He wasn't going to be widely regarded as one of the best flyweights that we've seen. I mean, you got to call it what it is, right? There's Demetrius Johnson and everybody else, but then when you start thinking about that second tier, you think Davison Figueiredo, you think Brandon Moreno. You didn't know that this young kid from Mexico had that ability. His skill set has improved to the point that you can't talk about the division without him. He's been a tremendous story, and I've been so lucky to watch it. Let's see if he can add to that tonight as he steps back into the octagon.
And when in doubt, you may want to bet on the Mexican fighter, right? He is a Mexican savage. The heart was on full display against Kai Kara-France and throughout his UFC tenure thus far. And now our tail of the tape for this flyweight tilt. All right, now for the particulars, here's Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. It's time! 5 rounds in the UFC flyweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, Steve Astroboy Erceg. And now introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, presenting the former UFC flyweight champion of the world, Brandon the Assassin Baby Moreno.
Herb Dean, our third man in the octagon for this one. All right, early round action here as we get a look at the former UFC flyweight champion, the Assassin Baby, Brandon Moreno. His evolution has been marked. It has been incredible. It has been off the charts when you think about his time on The Ultimate Fighter to his time as UFC flyweight champion. The jab, the chokes, the finishing instincts. One of the best pound-for-pound fighters in the game, and ready to get back to it as he tries to ascend back to championship level status. All right, so we'll see if Brandon Moreno can get off to a good start tonight. He is a 5-tool player, but the jab would appear to be his weapon of choice here in the early going.
And honestly, John, he's developed it even further as he has gone to Missouri to train. The guy is getting better. He does a good job of finding his range. He's shortened his stance a little bit, so he's not so much in a boxing stance, but he is using that to defend leg kicks more effectively, but also still have the ability to go find that jab.
Oh, you gotta love the leg kicks, and there it is. So more output, at least in the early going. Moreno's shot is blocked. Single collar tie there. Oh, nice knee by him there. He felt like that weapon would be there against the jiu-jitsu player. Pretty good start for him.
He said that during the training camp, they have trained this constantly, showing things that will allow his opponent to pause, to not be free inside the octagon. Landing that knee will really make him reconsider his approach.
Erceg gets caught with that punch. Don't be afraid to get that head off the center line. And now they are throwing both sides with conviction. Ooh, he landed a huge hook there. Oh, caught him flush with the head kick there, DC.
Beautiful setup to get his leg up there quickly before his opponent can react.
Clean with the right hook. It's under 3 minutes now to go in the round. Huge strike right there. I'm not sure how many more of these his opponent can take.
Massive shot that he landed. Great job. Oh, right hand landed. There you go.
He's giving him so many different things right now.
Overhand is true.
It's so clear that the guy that's going forward is the guy that's successful.
Oh!
Hurt him again.
Well, his opponent seemed to be stunned to a significant extent, but was able to recover, and it's almost like he let him off the hook.
Kind of let him off the hook. He needed to really put his foot on the gas to try to find that finish.
Some damage being doled out, and now some swelling upstairs on his opponent.
He's not moving his head effectively. He's trying to be face first. Look, you don't have to prove how tough you are. You got to move your head. Be active. Don't be reactive in your defense.
Oh, a huge strike lands there, DC.
He landed that massive shot. Now he needs to try to find the next shot, the follow-up shot that will finish the fight.
Under 90 seconds to go in the round. All right, so now blood is a factor. You see that he has been opened up in that eye area.
Yeah, he's got hit in the eye, and now there's a cut. But it's nothing to worry about too much now. But he's got to be very careful with it as we go forward.
Effective use of the jab there by Moreno.
He closes the distance beautifully. He's got a single collar tie.
Well, now you see some visible damage on the side underneath the elbow. He told us he was going to invest in the body, and he hasn't missed a whole lot tonight.
You didn't expect him to do it this effectively. He's done a fantastic job of following the kick.
Continuing to stay busy here on the ground.
Oh, man, what a strike from the bottom.
Oh, in good position to rip off the Kimura here. Oh, he's got that submission tight now. Oh, how good is that as he gets out?
That is great submission defense, keeping everything short and not allowing his opponent to get the submission victory.
Erceg's eye is closing up now. Not good for him. Inside the closed guard now.
I mean, he went right into his full guard. What does he do to try to advance himself to give him more of an advantage on the mat?
Horn sounds for the end of round one. What a round it was for him, DC, and of course the seminal moment, that big knockdown that he will try to piggyback on here in this next round.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how he builds off of the momentum that he gets from that last round. How does he deal with the success that he had and not push too hard too early trying to find the finish? You have to let it come to you as the knockdown came to you in the previous round.
So the crowd voicing its appreciation after that round. We had a knockdown courtesy of a punch midway through. DC, here's your highlight.
It was straight. He threw him in combination and landed that big punch that really did hurt his opponent. Lesser men would have been done. He's got a tough guy in front of him. He will have to go back to this again. He will have to get back to this action if he wants to get the desired finish.
So he's really starting to put together some significant body shots here. These are going to take their toll as this fight goes on. Overhand right, swing and a miss. Head kick, oh, right hand gets up to block it. All right, so he continues to land a high volume of strikes. He talked to us a lot about pace and pressure, and he has certainly kept up his end of that. Oh, what a connection by him there. His opponent could be out of here soon, DC.
He's almost done. He hit this shot like that. doesn't run, hide, grab, or wrestle. I mean, he's confused. He's as confused as he was on his first test in elementary school. Oh, that's big.
Well, he continues to do a nice job here defensively, protecting his head, raising the guard, and really frustrating the offensive fighter.
Lesson 1 in boxing class, hands up, chin down.
Well, this is absolutely the hurt business. It's hard to see which party is more injured, but I think both fighters have been really effective with their strikes in this one.
Yeah, both guys have been affected. Both guys have been beat up. It's a very competitive fight. Let's see who has the heart to carry them through these very tough moments.
Well, not exactly what we thought we would see out of this jiu-jitsu fighter. He's had a lot of success on the feet, and I think this is why sometimes the film can lie if you lean too heavily into it.
Absolutely.
Huge strike lands there, and somehow his opponent's chin held up.
His opponent's chin held up, but you do not want to be on the receiving end of those types of strikes.
Oh, big left. Strike upstairs, and for his opponent, that is certainly not going to help matters when it comes to the swelling.
He can't miss, Jay. And when you saw the swelling initially, you knew that he needed to change something. He still has not changed that. And while it's getting worse, it's still not to the point where we should panic. But a few more, and he's going to find himself in a dire situation.
Well, eventually, you know what? Oh, he might get finished here. Telegraph that spinning back fist. Well, a really good second round for him thus far. After a somewhat lackluster first round, he has found the rhythm and found his striking range. Scary proposition for the opponent now here in round 2. Under 2 minutes to go in the round.
Nice job blocking that punch.
Skin swell right away after he landed that strike.
So that trainer's going to have to bring in the end swell to try to deal with the swelling, because this guy is getting pieced up.
Big shot lands for both guys. Oh, you did a really good job of leveraging off of the strikes, too. He passes the half.
Side control now, DC. A lot of options at his disposal from here. All right, so the cut really starting to open up wider now, and you got to credit this striker for continuing to attack that area.
Just knowing the target, knowing what he's supposed to do, and doing it as effectively as he is right now. This guy's tremendous.
Well, he's worked very hard on this part of his game, and these ground strikes are really starting to take their toll.
You cannot sit in this position. The referee will have no choice but to stop the fight.
Oh, he's in trouble here, DC.
He's got the triangle with a lot of pressure going down on his opponent.
Well, if you like blood, maybe this is the fight for you, but that cut just continues to get targeted by his
He's
opponent.
a bloody mess, Jay. He's been beat up. The guy has been targeting the eye, and now the cut is at a stage that I don't know if he's going to be able to be in there much longer. Oh, right into mount. This is where he wants to be.
Seconds winding down in round 2. All right, round 3 coming up next. All right, there's the horn signifying the end of the round, and he heads back to the stool, and hopefully he can stay in this fight, because that is a severe cut that he's dealing with right now. Well, that was a damaging 5 minutes. We'll see how he can recover over this 60 seconds. We'll show you some replays now from that previous round.
He was on the receiving end of some big blows, and he wasn't moving his head well. His head was on the center line. He was a stationary target, and his opponent opened up a nasty cut on him. He has got to move his head to limit the damage that he's taking.
You ready to fight? Ready.
Third round underway. All right, So as this next round gets underway, hopefully the good action we saw in the last round will continue. Both fighters certainly had their ups and downs, both got the offense going, but now we'll see if one fighter or the other can really take control of what has been a very close fight thus far. Taken down by Brandon Moreno. Making all these shots count. All right, so inside the open guard of his opponent. You gotta be careful playing around for too long here on the ground with this guy.
Yeah, he's trying to get to the darts here.
That darts choke is tight. Oh, that looks painful. That's gotta be it. Oh, he got out.
He cleared his leg, got back to his back, and created some space between him and his opponent to stay out of that darts choke.
Outstanding pressure from top position here by the assassin baby, Brandon Moreno. All right, he's sort of hanging out here unguarded, DC. Not sure if he's trying to bait him in or what, but not great body language here. Bottom fighter better move.
Yeah, he's got to move, John. He's got to shrimp and try to either get up or pull his opponent back into him so he doesn't have the posture to land that big damage. He's doing a really good job putting himself in position. Beautiful ground and pound. And it looks like he has a cut now.
Good work from the top here by Steve Erceg.
He's just being more aggressive, and because he's being more aggressive and more loose with his strikes, he's landing.
Most fighters will tell you offensive wrestling is the hardest, most exhausting thing.
Especially if you're just running the guy over, John, and then he just gets up.
Erceg's back in half guard. Lands the ground and pound strike. All right, trying to pass here. As Glover Teixeira might say, not today.
Not today. Great job of following with the hips, keeping those legs locked and keeping them in full guard.
Let's work. Come on, let's work.
Now he's going full mount.
Nice sub attempt.
Ooh, that looks tight. Might be the beginning of the end. Erceg's really bleeding something fierce now. That cut is not getting any better. Oh, belly down arm bar.
And now he turns and puts his weight over the top of the arm.
Moreno's got him in a crucifix now, gonna go to work from the top. And busy as he looks to improve position here.
Big ground and pound.
Oh, another shot gets through. Doctor might have to step in soon. Oh, another ground strike gets through. Well, as usual, suffocating work from the top here by Brandon Moreno.
There it is. Now he's going to mount.
He's very accurate in the ground and pound, and it's showing because he's landing so consistent.
Oh, compromising spot here. Triangle choke is locked in. Also, how about that position over submission as he bails on the sub?
I think that's a great job. You got to make sure you don't end up in a worse position because you're trying to score a submission.
Well, this UFC fight is sort of dissolving into a horror movie. I don't need to see any more damage inflicted.
You don't have to lose everything.
Oh, it looks like he's trying to isolate an arm here. Triangle now, DC. We'll see if he can close the shot.
Oh, the triangle is in. And not only does he have the triangle, if his opponent circles the wrong way, he can even attack an armbar. This is a very big advantage position for this fighter.
Well, he grounded him, and now he's trying to pound him out. Great ground strikes here. All right, he's got side control here, DC. You know, he's got a lot of different submissions in his arsenal once this fight gets to the ground.
That was a slick transition.
Under 20 seconds now to go. 15 seconds. Well, he continues to manhandle him here on the ground. Erceg's eye is almost swollen shut. It's actually swollen shut at this point in time. They might potentially stop this fight if he has vision issues from here. All right, back to the stools now, and he is no longer the handsome man we once knew. That gash is getting serious. All right, DC, we got a few clips of the damage done in that round. Can see where things really started to escalate.
Yeah, really open up that cut, John. The blows are just devastating. He's got to get out of the way more. I mean, if this guy won't do it himself, somebody's got to help him.
Yeah.
Because you cannot keep taking these types of shots.
You ready to fight? Ready.
We have arrived at the fourth round fight scheduled for 5 5-minute rounds. Erceg's an absolute mess right now. There's blood everywhere. I'm not so sure they're not going to stop this fight right now. He's effective straight punches we've seen all night.
Huge straight punch lands, and he's got him hurt very bad.
Oh, nice right hand.
Well, he continues to offer up the kick here, but just misses with that one.
Nice big overhead right.
Nice jab by Moreno. High guard, and he gets that thing to the target quick.
Gets to the target quick, and you can see the assassin baby starting to really feel himself right now. He has found his flow, he's in his groove, and like I said, that jab is what starts everything coming from the fighter from Mexico.
He does a great job of getting that leg kick to the target.
Well, he keeps going back to the well with that left hand, just out of range.
Both of them landed there.
Moreno going for the takedown here, nothing doing there. Oh, he landed another great shot to the body there, really starting to connect at a high percentage now in the latter stages of this fight. All right, well, both fighters pretty comfortable on the ground, DC, but you got to be very careful hanging out here for too long if you're his opponent. Moreno's trying to lock up on a submission now. Oh, he might be in trouble here. Oh, somehow, some way he got out.
These guys are back and forth, but the submission defense wins this transition.
3 minutes. Well, he has expended a lot of energy going for these submissions tonight. I'm not sure his opponent is actually submittable.
No, it doesn't seem like it, because every time he goes for a submission, he gets close, or at least he expects to get close. But his opponent is so on his game that he's not giving him much to work with. This has been a beautiful display of grappling offensively, but also defensively.
Well, with that eye's officially disgusting right now. I don't know, man. If I'm a doctor, maybe I'm thinking about getting involved.
Well, you can see him getting up out of his seat. You know, he's looking very closely at the damage on the eye. We may get him in here before the round even ends.
Erceg's looking to pass from full guard into half guard here, but he's denied. All right, just as we saw a few seconds ago, he finds the home for another ground and pound strike.
Beautiful punch lands there from inside the guard.
Oh, great reversal to top position by Brandon Moreno. Right inside his opponent's guard here, DC. You don't want to play around here too long.
No, you got to either have 2 hands in or 2 hands out, or guys start to attack triangle.
Under 2 minutes now to go. Huge connection by him there.
He needs to get on it. He needs to pick up the space so that he doesn't get finished. Oh my goodness.
Well, champ, I don't see that well, but it's hard to miss the redness underneath that elbow. A lot of bodily investment from his opponent tonight.
Yeah, it's an investment, John. It may not pay dividends right now, but the more you go there, the more damage you do, eventually it will show itself. And right now it's starting to show.
Oh, now gets an underhook to get a more dominant position. Battling for hooks. Right now, a little separation between the two fighters. Fourth round here, less than a minute to go. Gets the single collar tie now. Oh, nice work to get the takedown there. Good entry by Brandon Moreno. Working off of his back here. Looks like he may try to hip escape.
Now he's looking arm triangle on the opposite side. When he goes to finish, look, he's got it locked. When he goes to finish, he has to pass his body all the way to the opposite side, drop his chest, and get enough pressure to finish his technique. How in the world did he escape that submission?
Not there yet, but might get the submission here shortly. Now drops inside that closed guard, DC.
Full guard. Let's see how patient he is as he attacks a submission or big.
Well, not ideal to spend this much time on the bottom, but you can't fault him for his activity. Landing strikes here from the bottom. Nice work by the assassin baby, Brandon Moreno. All right, that will do it for round 4. Erceg's eye is in real trouble, folks. That does not look good. I wouldn't be at all surprised to see the ringside physician be called on here. He might even stop the fight. We'll see. All right, well, no surprise to see that eye continue to be targeted. Some replays from the previous round in which a lot of damage was doled out.
Well, the cut man's got some work to do to try to give this kid an opportunity to stay in the fight, because the reality is he has taken far too many shots to the eye, and now he's dealing with a nasty cut. He has got to change something.
You ready to fight? Ready.
Fifth and final round. He's got it hurt here.
It's over!
Oh, my goodness, what a fight.
Make the bad man stop. A nice stoppage win for him here tonight, and the other side just couldn't handle the incoming assault. A flurry of punches, most of them upstairs, and when those big shots land repeatedly, the referee has no choice but to step in and call the fight. The official decision is in. Here's Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Herb Dean's called a stop to this contest at 7 seconds of round number 5. Declaring the winner by TKO, Brandon the Assassin Baby Moreno!
As good a finish as we have seen of late from Brandon Moreno, your winner tonight by TKO.
What he does is finish fights. It does not matter how. He finds ways to end his opponent's night, and tonight he did just that.